you look at the trends that are happening today, which is that the more we spend on healthcare, we're spending $4.5 trillion a year on healthcare in America, and outcomes are getting worse. The more studies we do, the worse the outcomes are getting. The more specialized we get in healthcare, the worse the outcomes are getting. It's sort of the definition of unsustainability. And the reason is because we're actually focusing on the wrong problem. We're focusing on reactive symptom-based medicine as opposed to the connected root cause that's actually underlying most of the American diseases that we're facing today. And in the case of the big baby, in a mother who has this metabolic dysfunction, her blood sugar starts rising. That then transfers in the blood through the placenta to the baby. So the baby is exposed to that high blood sugar. That then causes the body to make more insulin in the little fetus's body. And that insulin is a pro-growth hormone that causes the baby to put on more weight and more fat. So it's how those metabolic blood sugar issues are actually showing up in the fetus. And then being born above about 8.5 pounds, which is considered fetal macrosomia, that sets up the baby for metabolic issues for the rest of their life, and also is a sign of the mother having issues. So really at every step along the spectrum, it was all pointing to the same thing, but the healthcare system is totally blind because it's so focused on reaction. Really, if you look at the way the system is designed, it's so hyper-specialized. We have over 42 medical specialties, and really, like, to climb the ranks as an American doctor, it actually is getting more and more specialized. So I trained in ear, nose, and throat surgery, and to really be at the top of my field, I would actually specialize further into either ear, nose, or throat, become a rhinologist, a laryngologist, or an otologist. And then even within those specialties, you might focus on one specific disease and become the world expert in that. So specialization is literally built into the very foundation of prestige in our system. And what that does is it gets doctors to, really ignore the rest of the body and how things might be connected. There's also a financial incentive for that, right? The business model of our healthcare system is to do more to more people over long periods of time. The stark reality, the stark economic reality of the American healthcare system, which is what needs to change if we're going to actually improve the health outcomes of America. But the stark economic reality is that every institution that touches our health, from hospitals to clinics to pharma, even to insurance companies, will make more money if you are sick and less money if you are healthy. And so chronic diseases, these isolated chronic diseases like what my mom had, diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, the system profits off treating those as separate things that you do things to for long periods of time, chronic disease management. So not actually healing it, but managing it. And so because that's built into the deep finances of the largest and fastest growing industry in the United States, which is the healthcare industry, there is no incentive for people to back up and look at all of the things going on and say, wait a minute, maybe we're looking at this wrong. Maybe there's something more fundamental, the trunk of the tree leading to all of this. Maybe we could just intervene there and a lot of this stuff would melt away. And that is the reality biologically.